you're not walking out of this courtroom today. Either you're going to be going to prison or either you're going to be going to inpatient treatment. You're going to get drug tested today. What are the results going to be?
They will come back a positive.
Positive for what?
Methamphetamine. I just do it when I'm under stress. So I know I have a problem and I don't do it like around my children. I don't do it, every day. It's just, when I'm under stress and I was, really scared. So, and really under stress. So I don't do it when I go to work. I don't do it, every day, like I said.
I'm going to find her guilty, sentence her to.
Sure. Here's a more polished and engaging version of your text while keeping the original tone and intent. All right, guys, today we're diving into a classic courtroom showdown, but with a wild twist. We've got a mother facing serious federal drug dealing charges, and things are getting intense. She's staring down the barrel of a 6-year prison sentence after being caught with a massive amount of drugs. But here's the kicker. She straight up tells the judge, "I only do it sometimes." Yeah, you heard that right. Sometimes. She actually seems pretty genuine, but let's be real. Will that honesty be enough to sway the court? Personally, I'm not convinced. What do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading what you all have to say. And if you're into crazy courtroom moments like this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
All right, we're here for sentencing today. According to the plea bargain agreement, she pled no contest to count 2 of the indictment. She applied for deferred adjudication. The state is proceeding only on count 2 according to the plea bargain agreement. Punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison, and the state is silent on the defendant's application. The court requested that the defendant's criminal history be provided to the court. There were no objections to the court receiving that from the state. Is that correct?
Correct.
And any objections to the court reviewing that?
No, Judge, of course not.
All right, the state is silent. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, of course, Ms. Torres is hoping you'll grant her application for deferred. She's in self-employed cleaning houses. She has several customers that rely on her. She has a few kids. She's just asking for the court to maybe direct her to some outpatient treatment because she believes she needs some help with this problem. And other than that, again, she's just hoping you'll grant her application.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Missy Ann Torres.
All right, so you're going to get drug tested today. What are the results going to be?
They will come back a positive.
Positive for what?
Methamphetamine.
All right, so how often are you using meth?
I only do it when I'm under stress, and I did it because I could get denied for adjudication, so
I'm sorry, what?
I could get denied the application, so I just do it when I'm under stress. So I know I have a problem, and I don't do it like around my children. I don't do it, every day. It's just, when I'm under stress and I was, really scared. So, and really under stress. So I don't do it when I go to work. I don't do it, every day, like I said.
Now, let's jump into the action. Let me know if you'd like it tailored for a specific platform, YouTube, TikTok, podcast, etc. Clips, sure. Here's a cleaner and more impactful rewrite that keeps your original voice and energy while tightening up the language for clarity and flow. I'm calling BS on this one. When have you ever heard of a meth addict who only uses meth occasionally? That just screams cap. I mean, I've never messed with anything that extreme myself, so I can't speak from experience, but isn't meth one of the most addictive drugs out there? That's what I've always heard anyway. If she is lying, and let's be honest, it kind of sounds like she is, then that means there's a good chance she's high around her kids, and that's just seriously messed up. Kids deserve stability, safety, and a shot at a good life. Especially her kids. They deserve a mom who's present and capable. Not one caught up in this chaos. Honestly, this woman doesn't seem like she's in the right state of mind. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but It really feels like she's trying to manipulate the
So how many children do you have?
I have three,
What are their ages?
11, 8, and 5.
And where are they now?
Two of them are with their dad and one is with my grandma.
All right. With your grandmother, so their great grandmother?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, do you help take care of your children?
Yes.
How
I-
often?
I see them every other weekend and, I don't pay child support, but I pay them. My exes and, I have my daughter. My daughter is, with me.
No, you just said your daughter is with the
Yeah,
great
but I
grandmother.
live with my grandmother, this is what I'm
All right.
saying. So I help take care of, she
Right.
helps me take care of her.
Okay. So one, I don't think it's appropriate for you to be cleaning houses
Okay.
because of the nature of this offense. And two, I don't think it's appropriate for you right now to be taking care of your children.
That's why I'm asking for help, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what?
That's why I was asking for help, Your Honor. That's why.
All right, your help is not going to be outpatient treatment if I grant this application for deferred adjudication. So you're going into custody today.
Okay.
All right. So it's just a matter of what I'm going to do with you. I will tell you the court's issue, and if you want to address this, I know the state is proceeding on count 2 of possession, but she had a lot of drugs with her.
No,
So I don't understand if you're working homes, then why do you have a scale with you? Because that's, according to this, you had drugs, you had a scale in your purse, and there were baggies totaling 32.0 grams.
well, Your Honor, I was a heavy user back then and it was.
Oh, you're not, I tell you what, I don't think, and if I'm wrong, correct me. I don't think you were using 32 grams of meth.
It was, it was only 28.
No, you have meth here for 4.964 grams, and you also have meth for 27.459 grams. And what you pled to in count 2 was a possession 4 to 200 grams. So this is not a possession 1 to 4. So we're talking about 27 grams. And according to the stipulations, that what was found in your bag, it says, I searched her bag and inside a Paris Hilton makeup bag box were baggies, a scale, and crystal-like substance inside a cut vacuum sealed bag. That's from your Paris Hilton makeup bag.
get the judge's emotions to dodge real consequences. Then again, we're supposed to assume innocence, right? So I don't know. It's a tough call. But in my experience, 9 times out of 10, it's all just a load of BS. Let me know what you think in the comments. And now, let's get back to it. Want it in a more dramatic or satirical style? I can tweak it further. Clips, absolutely. Here's a refined and punchier version that keeps your tone, humor, and edge while making it clearer and more polished. Baggies, a scale, and hard drugs like heroin. Yeah, she's definitely only using when she's stressed, right? I mean, come on. Maybe she's just trying to take her addiction more seriously and meal prep her meth, like bodybuilders prep their food for the week. Who knows? Maybe that's her version of self-care. Honestly, I'm surprised more drug dealers don't use that angle in court. It sounds ridiculous, but at least it's more creative than claiming you only do it casually, which everyone knows is complete BS. No one's buying that. Props to the judge, though, for not falling for it and straight up.
I have the meth was it was double bagged in a sandwich bag. So yes, ma'am, I know it was 20, but it's because that was my personal. I didn't have any other. And last time I went, they tried to only give me which was 14 grams. So I had to.
No, what I'm telling you is, they said the baggie found in Robert's pocket tested positive for meth and had a field weight of
That was
6.12
Robert's,
grams.
that wasn't mine.
No, I'm not saying that was yours. So the 6.12 grams that were found in his pocket, they're saying that was his. It was in his pocket. But the baggie which was found in Missy's purse tested positive for meth and had a field weight of 32.09 grams. Now, mind you, what they do in the field, I already know that testing drugs in the field are not legal for court. So I'm not considering the weight and what they said in the field. I'm considering what has been given to me for laboratory reports. So this was the professionals testing it, not a presumptive. And it says 27.459 grams was the net weight of the meth that you had in your Paris Hilton bag.
Yes, Your Honor. And I will say that I used to use a whole ounce within 2 to 3 days. So I was a heavy user, and like I said, they tried to give me half of that the last time, and right now it's going for 250. So if I'm paying 250, I wanted the whole thing. I wanted to make sure. I'm just being honest, and I'm sorry. Excuse me for being,
No, I
transparent.
want you to be honest and I want you to be transparent.
I'm sorry for being transparent, but it's something that I feel like I worked for my money, and I didn't want just to get gypped again. I can promise you I didn't sell anything. It was because I've been gypped many times. So I did get it. Now it was double bagged because I don't know, that's the way they gave it to me. I can't, and it is my mistake, and I'm taking full responsibility, but I wasn't selling drugs. I wouldn't. I guess I have a job, and back then I was, a heavy user where I would just do it before work, after work, and I didn't have my children in my life. Now I do have my children back in my life, and I'm trying to be a good mom. So I thank you for, giving me an inpatient program.
Well, no, I'm not saying I'm going to give you
Oh, I'm
inpatient.
sorry.
What I'm saying is that you're not walking out of this courtroom today.
Mhm.
Either you're going to be going to prison or either you're going to be going to inpatient treatment. So it's very important that you be 100% honest with me, because I'm telling you, the state proceeded on a possession, but the amount of drugs you had and the way they were packaged, that's concerning for the court. So you're saying that you just bought a bunch of meth and you were saving it up for use?
So I would use within 2 to 3 days, that was all my personal. Like I said, they tried to sell me half of that one time, and I went back to the same person, but I said, I'm gonna weigh it myself to make sure I'm getting the right amount, because I'm an addict. I'm sorry, I am. And we're not.
So you travel with your own scale?
Well, at the time I did, because like I said, I've been gypped, and when you're an addict, that's all you think of, just how to get,